Hey everyone. So as I record this, I'm in one of my favorite place in the world. This is Baisley Park. As you can see, the scene is so nice here. Yeah. Sometimes I come here to just sit and think and relax. I haven't made a video in so long on this channel, and every year I do say the same thing. I'm gonna do more videos, which I never do, or I delete the ones that are already made because life happens and whatever. But I think before I was just waiting on my life to all come together for me to be able to display my shiny object, to say, oh, this is what I have, this is how I got it, whatever. But at the end of the day, for me, how it works is my life doesn't work like that. My life is a series of fortunate and unfortunate events that leads to my ultimate good. And for what it's worth, at each stage, I'm able to grow and progress in a way that is on my own timing. I think one of the last videos that I made at that time, I was in a relationship. It was short-lived. At that point, I think I really needed the relationship at that point, honestly, because at that stage in my life, I was so determined to prove that I could get whomever I want and do the whole settle down thing. I'm at a place in my life right now that it is freeing. I'm not gonna tell you that sometimes it doesn't get lonely being single. I'm saying to you that it is freeing because I do not have to go to my bed in the night worrying about what someone else is doing to me behind my back. If I could trust them, was this person even worth the risk of getting to know or not? You know what I mean? So for me, a lot has happened. I think that personally, I've grown so much too. And yeah, I've really grown. I no longer have the limits that I had on myself before. I thought I had to wait until my kids were grown to go back to school, but now I'm going back to school and I'm doing what I love. I've just been doing the things that I've always sat down, envisioned, and I'm literally living that life. All the prayers that I've prayed when I wanted to be out of my marriage at the time, everything, all my prayers have been answered. And it's funny because in my human understanding, I thought it would have came through another person. I thought that my happiness would have come from someone else bringing the things that I was missing to my life. But to be honest, my happiness came from the divine. The Bible is true when it tells you God has more in store for you than even the desires in your own heart. And He wants to give you the desires of your heart. He wants that and more. But we have to come to a point that we realize that it's not about us. We are not in control of anything. We are just simply variables and situations that happen to get the message across wherever God wants it to be placed. I have accepted the truths about myself, and I guess that's another point that has caused me to become such a free version of myself. I accept the truth about myself. I'm a big kid at heart, right? I like laughing, I like fun. At the same time, I know how to be serious. I know how to work for the things I want. I know how to properly parent. I know how to set the foundations that my kids will thank me for a generation to come. It's not often that you find people that can put all the picture together in such a concise way, but I am blessed that I'm one of those people. And at the same breath, even though I've had my own demons to face, I've had my own share of struggles, I've held on to the word that what is for me is for me. And God will never bring you to anywhere that you are not capable of moving beyond. Whatever comes, whether it be sickness, whether it be debt, whether it be debt, like DEBT, like owing people, whether it be debt as in actual the debt, someone dying, your loved one dies, or whatever, or whether it be, as I said, sickness, even bankruptcy, even homelessness, even living in a shelter, anything that you come across, even as a child being hurt, some people go through child abuse, different levels, sexual abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, know that it is within you to rise above those things. Maybe not at day one. Sometimes you need a little therapy or a lot of therapy. Sometimes you need to find yourself people that are like-minded, people that are gonna be your roots, your support system. And do not neglect the fact that even though some people come in pretending to be your support system, that as time goes by, sometimes they came to teach you a lesson. Some of them came to impart small gifts to your life, and then the time for them came to an end and they had to move on. We are not in a stage of stagnation living this life. That's not true. We have to evolve. We have to move on. Some situation will serve you, others won't. You have to be mindful of the situations that you're placed in and take accountability every day of your life. Know that, okay, this is adding up for the things I envision for myself. This is working for my ultimate good. But even when it's not adding up and you're in a situation that you have to move forward to the next level of your life, know that, it's not the end. It's never the end until it's the end. And when it's the end, you will no longer be on this earth. And when every day that you have to, go forward and do and be a better version of yourself, take it. Take it with grace, take it with gratitude, forgiving yourself, forgiving people that will never even apologize. They will never say I'm sorry for the things they have done to you. They'll never say they're sorry for the hurt they put on you. Just know that there comes a point that you have to just forgive them for the apology that you never received. And ultimately, in doing so, it hurts at first. But once you learn to let go and let God, it gets better for you. You will become blessed beyond measures just by that act of forgiveness that you were willing to give. And God will allow this word. He will let your enemies become your footstool. They will see you from afar. Some of them eventually will come trying to seek your forgiveness, whether you believe it or not. It may not happen 5 years or 10 years. It could take longer than that. In some people's situation, it may take a day. I'm just saying, take that into consideration, that sometimes you still have to forgive people for things they never apologized for. Sometimes you have to know how to separate, as I said, people that are roots. And I got that from Medea. She made such an excellent point with separating people in roots, branches, and the stem of the tree or the leaves. I think it was roots, branches, and leaves, right? Understanding that we are moving beings, and as we move or evolve along our paths, things never stay the same. Appreciate each day that we have, and that's for me. That's what I've learned to do. I've learned to forgive myself for things that I felt were unforgivable, like mistakes I made that I knew I should have known better than to make those type of mistakes. But guess what? I am human, and the same grace I would give to another person when they're telling me something that doesn't make sense, and I'm thinking about it, I said, why would you do that? And then I would say, okay, but you know what? You still have an opportunity to make a difference. You still have an opportunity to change today, right? And with that being said, that's the grace I'm applying to myself. That's the grace I'm applying to myself. I am human, and therefore I will make mistakes. Therefore, things that will seem like a good idea today might not be a good idea tomorrow. And I've learned also to sit on my decisions a little bit longer. I am not one known to be very patient, and that's something I have to pray about. That's something I have to work on, right? Because I'm not a very patient person. But life has gotten me to the point to understand that patience is a virtue. Some decisions you're just gonna have to sit on it. Like, for example, the other day, because I'm in school right now, I don't work the amount of hours that I normally work, right? So therefore, my resources are like a little bit dwindled. I can't do no extra stuff. Just have to be living bare minimum for the time being, right? So my car was given some sensor issues. Like it's a Ford Fusion, right? And for some reason, the heat, sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it do work, and it's not just the AC too, but remember, we're just coming out of the winter season, or kind of transitioning, into spring. If we're not in spring, I think we're in spring already, but whatever. I'm saying, like, yeah, the car was giving sensor issues and my heat wasn't working. And for many days, I had to drive in that cold car to get to my destination. Now, on the days that I could use my mom's car, I would. But, for the most part, I tried to just, bear it and go through it. And while I'm going through it, like, every day I'm reminded to be humble. And I made a point to say that because the opportunity came along from Lexus that they would have bought my car for $8,000, right? And I could have just, used that as a down payment to take out a brand new vehicle. And guys, I was so tempted to do it. I was so tempted to do it. But in the end, I knew that I could not afford to dig myself into a financial hole while I'm already in a hole, until further notice. So I sat on the decision. This decision bothered me for days. I went to bed thinking about it. I woke up thinking about it. It was so tormenting. Eventually, I forgot about it. After waiting, I forgot about it, and I realized it wasn't the best decision for me at the time. I'm saying, with everything else, that's what I started to apply in my life, is patience. Okay, so you know how I said I'm single, right? In the past, I would use dating app to see if I could find the man of my dreams. Now, I did try going back on a dating app, right? I did. And I actually went on 3 meetings. One date, and 2 meetings, right? So it's 3 meetings, but one was an actual date. On this date, the guy pulled out all the stunts. He picked me up. He did all the nice things. He looked nice. He looked like the type of guy that I would talk to. And because I've been plagued by this demon in my life of the same person shift-shaping, coming in a different form, this time I told myself I am not gonna jump at the idea in my mind that Mr. Perfect just stepped out of the clouds and came directly to me. If he was so perfect, why would he be on a dating app? He would have already been snatched up. I'm sorry, my battery is dying. So I was saying, if he was so perfect, he would be on a dating app. He would already be snatched up, right? I started to apply the concept of everything that I've had months of building in myself, right? I started to apply the concept of these are the standards that I'm setting. These are the things I want. I realized that most people that try to talk to me, I just block them, because once they were not even aligning with the idea of going on a date, much less to be in a relationship with them. And then on doing this, and okay, let me tell you about the date. So the date was great. He picked me up. We went to the movies. We grabbed a late dinner. Then we went to the pier. But he kept trying to do touchy stuff. Now, I know we're all grown. I know that there are a lot of people out there that do not mind going to sleep with people for a good time. I am not one of those people. I am not trying to sleep with anyone. So I had to curve him a little bit and say, I'm not interested in having sex. I mean, the bare minimum for you to have sex with me at this point, because I liked him, I'm telling you the truth, I really like this dude, right? I said would be, you have to wait 31 days. And then the next day when I saw my friend after this day, right? So, he kind of he didn't really say too much about it at the time. I think he thought that he was going to soothe me or change my mind or something, right? And I guess by the time 9:30 came, when I said, listen, I got to go home because I have school in the morning. He took me home and whatever. He realized that I was really serious in my decision, right? And that just dwindled. It dwindled so quickly. The next day, I remember telling him, I'm not really interested in having sex with nobody. I'm telling you the truth. Like, that's not what I'm looking for. At this point, we are all grown enough to know that, there are toys that are sold to, like, scratch that itch, right? I'm not looking for an itch to be scratched. I'm looking to find a person that is like-minded like myself, that is a king in his own right, that has a lot of qualities to bring to the table, like I have a lot of qualities to bring to the table. Because with me, you're not just getting a female to get a female. With me, you're getting a whole package. So I'm making sure that this person is the whole package. You're not gonna come over here with mediocrity and think that I'm gonna accept you based on the fact that I just want someone to go shack up or hook up with. I'm sorry, I'm not looking for that. So he, as I said, it kind of dwindled, and we don't even talk anymore. So that was that. One of the other guys, so I tell you, it's the same demon shape-shifting into different type of people. So one of the other guys, for him, he was Jamaican. So he sounded like he was about what I was about. But even in talking to him, I realized he wasn't. It's like you have to pray for the spirit of discernment. You have to pray for the spirit of discernment. And as I said, be patient. Do not rush anything. If someone talks to you today and say, hi, I like you, whatever, don't be rushing to go anywhere with these people. Let them wait 2 good weeks, 3 good weeks of getting to know you. Let them invest the time in getting to know you. You are worth knowing. You are the prize. I am the prize. I'm sorry. I will not put my worth in the toilet because you fail to see the value. If someone is broke in the way that they can't see my value, that's on them. That's you. That has nothing to do with me. I know who I am. So I'm saying, like, you cannot devalue yourself because someone is incapable of knowing your worth. You have to set proper boundaries. You have to know, like, this is unacceptable. This is what I'm willing to tolerate, and this is what I will not tolerate. You understand me? And when you set these boundaries and you stand up for what you believe in, people have no choice but to respect you. They could respectfully leave you alone. They could respect you enough to give that time and put that effort into you. Or they could just respect you enough to say, listen, I'm sorry it didn't work out, but if you want to get to know each other as friends, then we could do that. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I'm not trying to have this go over 25 minutes. So I talked about patience. I've talked about self-development. And I'm not where I'm trying to be as yet, because physically, my body is not where I want it to be. Every time I start that journey, I stop. That is something I'm struggling with also, right? But that's something I've decided that right now for my life is not really feasible for me to go taking account of myself in small ways that I actually can take account of myself, right? And doing small changes that I see working, but as I said, it's a whole work in progress, right? But I'm not where I used to be, thank God, and I'm not where I'm trying to go as yet. It is a work in progress. And I want to say to stop looking for the answers in everything. If everything came with an answer, life would not be as fun as it is. You ever got your heart broken so bad that you thought you could not survive, and then eventually when the right person comes around, right, you are so thankful that the things that you wanted to work did not work? That's the absolute truth. You know, you ever wanted a job so bad that you would kill your cousin to get the job, but you somehow could never get that job. People that are less qualified than you got the job, and it pushed you into a different position. It pushed you to a different level of thinking, and then you end up getting a job that was way better than that one just because you didn't get that one to begin with. That's the mystery of life. Not everything is revealed. Not everything is told. You know, God doesn't work like the GPS that say turn left here, turn right there. No, He is not. He is not doing that with you. You know, He's not going through His plan step by step telling you. He wants you to understand that this is a faith and a trust relationship. They both go hand in hand, right? It's not you're better than someone else. It's not that they're better than you. It's a trust relationship with God. You have to have faith. You have to trust Him. You have to trust Him. And when I say God, God in the form that you see fit is God for you. You know, God for me is God for me. God created the heaven, He created the earth, you know, and I know what He has in store for me is greater than this. If you asked me 2 years ago if I would be where I am right now, I would never even been able to dream of it. I'm operating off from a place of gratitude. People ask why I go so hard in whatever I'm doing. If I'm cleaning the floor, I'm going hard cleaning that floor. You know, if I'm washing the dishes, I'm going hard washing those dishes. Because I believe in operating in a spirit of gratitude, and gratitude pushes you to do things in a fashion that is aligned with success, not mediocrity. You know. And because I do not accept mediocrity for myself, I'm blocked from accepting mediocrity from other people. I'm not the kind of person that you can sit and cry a river to and we don't come up with a solution for the problem. The problem is there and we're gonna figure it out. One of my favorite phrases to tell my kids is smart people win. Smart people doesn't just mean people smart in the traditional sense. Smart means you understand that life is filled with challenges, and you understand that your sole duty is to find ways and means to rise above it. And when you cannot physically or mentally, spiritually do it from that level, you get the support that you need to do it, whether it be what it should come from your higher self, the divine, you know, it should come from God. But in case you are not there yet spiritually, you know, you can lean on people who are spiritually stronger than you to help you to understand where it is that you're trying to go. So that's my little 2 cents on the whole self-development, you know, knowing where you stand, knowing what you will accept, knowing what you won't accept, understanding that your life is a gift and every day you have the ability to change it from wherever you are to wherever you're trying to go. Thank you for spending the time listening to me. You know, feel free to like and subscribe. I will try to do a video, maybe not every day, but more frequent, because I'm not going to edit them. Honestly, you're going to see me candid, like me, whether my hair is messy, whether I have makeup, no makeup, I look crazy or I look sane. It's me, you know, me in my true element. So that's all I had to say. Until next time, be well. I'm sending you peace, love, light, joy, and happiness. My little lips are so dry.